अभी भी नहीं.
यस सर, दिख रहा।
Okay.
अब आ गई है।
Okay. Yes. So let's open our drawing file test 3. Okay, so where we are, so in last session we have created the section here, okay, on the basis of 3D drawings. Okay, our 3D view. So you need to give all annotation here, okay, and we know how to tagging. So just assign the tagging as per your requirement. Then you can give the tagging here. Then nomenclature you can give here. Okay, so yeah, so you can give this top up concrete and then texting here, okay, but sometimes we need to give some profile here, okay, so engineering fail or any other if you want to add some detailing here, okay, so you don't need to create in 3D drawing, okay, so you need to create in 2D drawings. So I will take a example. Yes, so if this is my slab. Oops, oops, not in championship. Yeah. So this is my slab, and after that I want to, and this is my FGL, right? So I want to represent those things. Then after that, how to excavation below the ground. Okay, so you need to give some details here. So first of all, you need to give some dotted line here for represent your polythene sheeting. Then after that you need to provide the benching, concrete benching. Then after that you need to provide your ground profile like that. So if this excavation is 300 or 500, so it should be same 300 or 500. So you need to represent this. So you need to represent like that. Okay, so for that you need to create the hatching here. Okay, so let's see how to add the hatching here, right? So go to our drawing and click here our section drawing. So you can see this is our section drawing. Then after that, yeah, so you need to go here annotation, right? So just go to the inside your view, just double click, and you have option here. Okay, so go to annotation and you have option region. So if you go to here, so there are two options. So first is fill region, so we will see the first fill region. Okay, then yes, so before going that you need to add the blinding polythene sheeting and blinding concrete. Okay, so just for representative, you need to create just dotted line. Okay, so how to add the dotted line? So you need to click DL or detail line. So you can see there are the different types of lines. Okay, so there are only this type lines, but if you want to create as per your own setting, suppose I want to create polythene sheeting line, so how to create? Okay, so you need to go in manage, right? Click here manage and you need to click here additional setting, right? So if you go to the additional setting, click here first line style, right? So once you click here line style, and if you click on this plus symbol, so you can see whatever you have created or whatever the line type in this did in this file, so you can see here, right? But I want to create as per my own setting. Okay, so you need to click here new. Then you can create here polythene sheeting. You can give here the name polythene sheeting line. Okay, and the subcategory is line. Okay, and click here OK. So you can see this type has been created here. Then projection. So projection means your thickness of this line. So if I click on this arrow, so they have defined the number 1 to 6. So 1 is very thin, and 3 is 2 is more, 3 is more, so highest is 16. Okay, so we need to use appropriate. 3 is okay. Okay, then after that you can assign the color. Okay, so if you want to assign some color, so you can assign any color, or you can go with that black as per the standard. Then click here OK. Then next tab is line pattern. So you need to select the line pattern, which type of line this one. So I want to give here hidden. Okay, so I will select this hidden. Okay, and then click here apply. Okay, then if you give again DL command for detail line, so this menu bar will be active. So you can draw the line by using this option. So if you go here, so you can see we have created this polythene sheeting. So I will just add here, just set current this polythene sheeting. Then after that, I want to use this option, pick lines, and I want to show some tentative here. So just give the gap here, 25 mm. Okay, and just add. So you can see this is, if I select this, so this is the polythene sheeting. You can modify this if you don't want to give the big hidden, so you can just modify. So go to again manage, click here additional setting, click here line style, click here on plus. So you have already create here, right? So you need to find out polythene sheeting and you need to just change the hidden. So I will just set here 0.75. So let's see how it looks. So you can see the type line pattern has been changed here. So you can give appropriate size. Okay, then if you want, suppose if you want to change the color, so you can change the color also. So if you click again and add here polythene sheeting, so instead of black I will set here blue. Next click here apply, and okay, so you can see your line is blue here. If I click on this line type, line weight type, okay, TL, so you can see the actual thickness of this line. So I have assigned the line thickness 3, so you can see the thickness of this line, and this one is 6. Okay, so 1 to 16 you can give the thickness, but most of we are using 1 to 6 only. Okay, so you can see. Then after that, I want to create a hatching for the uh, blinding concrete. Okay, so you need to click here annotation, right? Then click here region, then click here fill region. Okay, so click on fill region. Then you have created some fill region here. Okay, but I want to create a new fill region for the blinding concrete. So what I do, I will click here edit, then duplicate. You can give the name as per your reference. So I will add here 50 mm thick blinding concrete. Okay, and click here okay. Then after that, you need to go here fill pattern. So there are the different types of fill pattern. If I click on this dot, three dot, so you can see there are the different types of fill pattern. So which pattern you want to set here? So I want to set the concrete here because I want to say give the blinding concrete. Okay, so you need to search concrete, so you can see this is the concrete, and click here okay. So I have set here concrete, right? And you need to click here black color is as per default, so just click here black, just set as a black and click here okay. After that, you need to draw the shape. Okay, so I want to just give the 50 mm thickness, but for representative I will give the 25 mm gap below the polythene sheeting for the just indicatively. So I will go again here, right? So click here, then you need to give the offset here, so 25 mm. So just click this blue line, so this line has been added here. Then after that, I want to give the offset 50 mm because this is the 50 mm thickness, right? Then escape, and then you need to close this end from here to here and here to here. Okay, so you need to close this shape enclosed to each other. Okay, so you can see all the sides are enclosed to each other. If you click here finish, so you can see the concrete hatch is adding here, but you need to increase the scale here because this hatch is not properly look. So go again, so you have created already, so just click and click here edit type, right? And you click here on this three dot, and you need to set this concrete pattern. So this is by default, so don't edit this value, so keep as it is. So you need to click here new, Okay, and you can see here I have created the new. Then new, you need to give the name pattern here. So you can see here blinding concrete, right? And you can see the angle here, 45-degree. Oops, I have, okay, so this is concrete. So just click on this concrete and click here new. Okay, so new pattern. Okay, sorry. You have option here, duplicate. So don't create a new. If you want to create a new, so you can create a new, but you need to set some pattern here. Okay, so I have select this concrete and click here duplicate. All right, then I will give the name here concrete, blinding concrete, right? Then after that, scale. So this is the custom here. Oops, and the import scale. So we need to change this scale, but by default this is the freeze here. Okay, custom import. Okay, so if you change this scale, so you can give the, you can change the appropriate scale. So you can see 1:1. So you need to just change this, but I don't know what is the, what not editable here. Okay, so I will just try here. So this is the different parallel to cross hatch. Okay, so we can't edit this. Okay, so we have other pattern here. So if you go to sand dense, so just type sand. Okay, so you have one option, sand dense. Okay, and click here OK, apply, and OK. So you can see. Similarly, we are trying to increase the scale for sand dense. Let's see, it's, so I will click here duplicate. So sand dense to, yeah, so you can't edit in this version 2018. But if you use the updated version, so you can give the scale. Okay, so that you can arrange this scale, arrange this preview. Okay, so like that you can see the dot clearly, right? But looks good to here. But if you use the updated version, so you can't, you can give the scale and you can modify the scale for this hatch pattern, right? So we have given the hatching here. Then similarly, if I click, so if you want to give here below the footpath, but mostly we are not given the blinding concrete below the footpath. We can give this only polythene sheeting. Okay, so then you can just click on this polythene sheeting and go here, create similar. Then you need to give the 25 offset here, and then you can add the polythene sheeting from this end to this end, right? Then go again here from this end to this end, right? Then after that I want to add the blinding engineering fields, means which type of, if you want to give some, what will say, fill material. Okay, we can say in our site language murum. Okay, so murum material, if as per our requirement, so we will fill here murum and just compacted all those, and after that we can just add the blinding concrete. Okay, so we need to add the profile here, engineering field. Then you need to go again, annotate and region, and you need to click here fill region, right? Click here. So you can say select the any line for this fill region shape. So I will go with that thin line. This thin line means this line, periphery of your hatching pattern, right? And I will select this pick line option. Suppose my excavation depth is 500 below the concrete, so I have add here 500 and just select this bottom of the concrete, then edge of the concrete also, then similarly edge of the concrete, right? Then after that, okay, so here we have footpath here, so you can just line path edge up to here, and then after that you can give 300 minimum, that line like that. Then you need to turn this line in 45-degree, because your excavation is in 45-degree. Similarly, you can just give the align command and align with the edge of the footpath. and just turn in 45-degree, like that. Then you need to click here line, then just close this shape, right? So just draw a line and just trim, give the tr command and trim your, this is your FGL, so your FGL should be below 100 50 to 100 mm from the top of concrete. So just consider 100 mm is very high because our footpath thickness is, so 50 mm is okay, right? The same thing, you need to add the line here and just give the tr command and finish, right? And move down by 50 mm. So this is your FGL, finished grade level, right? So you have drawn this shape, okay, like that. But you need to enclose also from this point to this point to this point, right? So you need to enclose all the things. So you need to just click line and just try to connect all the periphery, like that, and up to here, and you can just go up to here and close. If I press the tab, so you can see this is the shape here, okay. So you have given the boundary here. Then after that you need to give the pattern here, hatch pattern. So most of we are giving the horizontal diagonal up this type of lines. You have, if you want to give small, so you have option here. So and click here OK, apply, OK, right, and finish. So you can see I have given the diagonal up hatch pattern, like that. Okay, so you can see, but this blinding concrete is not visible, so just need to this hatch pattern. So once you select, so this toolbar is active and go here and set here send to back, it means your profile is going down, like that. Okay, so actually this profile is needs to set below the blinding concrete. So if you select, so you can arrange the shape by using these arrows, okay. So you can just fix below the blinding concrete, so it looks properly. Needs to select, oops, so we have, oops, I think we have, okay, so we have already created the blinding concrete. So what I do, I will just make you undo. So blinding concrete, we have assigned the this shape, concrete shape, right? So you need to click create a new one here, right? So just click, so this is 50 mm blinding concrete. So the sand dance, previously we have set here sand dance pattern, so I will keep as it is, right? And go here edit type and duplicate, and I will create a new, and you can see here engineered fill, okay. So the engineering fill pattern, okay, and click here OK. So right now you can give the diagonal up pattern and click here OK and OK and finish. So you can see, and your this profile should be going below the bottom of the blinding concrete. So you can see we have given here. So this text you can just move above, right? So you can see, so this is our polythene sheeting, this is blinding concrete, and this is engineered fill. Then you can give the text here, so give the di command, okay, and just give the dimension here. So we can see this is 500. If your dimension text is clashing with other lines, so you can just click on this dimension and pick this arrow. So this text you can place outside, like that, okay. Then you can give the text here, and you can say here point 0.5 mm, right, polythene sheeting on TMM blinding concrete. And you can say a typical, typical means it's applicable for all sections. So you need to change the text height. So our text height is 3 mm Arial. Then click again and click this left arrow, and then you can add the arrow, and then you can indicate this polythene sheeting, right? And you can just break like that. Okay, so you can give the text like that. Then I want to give again one more text, so create similar, and you can say here engineered fill. Okay, and you can say here C note 1 2. Okay, so in, if you add here note, so the justification of this soil or which type of soil, so you can add in the note here, right? Then you can add the arrow here also and just indicate like that, right? Then you want you need to give here FGL symbol. Okay, so how to give the FGL symbol? I want to add the finish grade level here. Okay, so go again region and click here fill region, right? Then I want to create again new duplicate, and you can say here FGL. Okay, and click here OK. Then you need to assign the pattern. So FGL you have, you can assign this because this is the earth pattern, and click here OK. Then click again OK, and you can see, so I will use this rectangle option. Okay, and just add the FGL here and click here OK, right? So you can see we have added the FGL here like that, right? I will try to edit this scale. So this scale is very big scale, so I will try to this scale. Let's see it's editable or not. So I will click here duplicate, or 2 is okay. Yeah, so if I double click, yes, so you can see this scale, you can change this scale. Okay, so your preview it's you can modify, but in 2018 not able to change this. Okay, so you can see we have created the FGL here. So if I stretch this, so this sim profile pattern you can add. Then I want to show this FGL only like that. So this is my top line, and then I want to show, but right now I have shown the 4 lines, right? So these 3 lines, 1 2 3, you can convert into the invisible lines, right? So how? So just click here and go to here edit boundary. Once you click on your pattern, H pattern, so go to the edit boundary and then select your 3 lines, both the side and one is bottom, and just go here and convert into the invisible option. So if you go, you have option here invisible lines, so you can't see this. So I have convert into the invisible lines and click here OK, and like that. So you can see, you can't see this side lines and bottom line, but if I select, so you can see the boundary. Then after that you can just rearrange this pattern. So suppose I want to give up to here, right? So this is my FGL, and then you can just add the text here. Go to again, and you can say here FGL, right? So this is your finished grade level, right? So I will just copy. Once you create this, so you don't need to create again and again, you can just copy. So this is your FGL. So you can just show up to here like that. So if I increase this, so it looks like that. Okay, so you can create different types of pattern here, right? Then suppose if you want to add some text, right? And if you want to uh, where is that option? Yeah, masking, right? So if you add some hatching here, hatch pattern here, and if you want to add some text here, right? Suppose I will just add the text here. uh, Text, just add the text, but this text is and this pattern is just in front. So yeah, it's automatically because we have set here. So this hatch your hatch already cut here. Okay, but sometimes if you want to cut some 3D elements, okay, so I will just give the example 3D, or yeah, you can see here. If I want to give some hatch, what we'll say, masking here. Okay, so as per your requirement, if you want to unhide some part, okay, hide some part, so you can use this mask option. So click here, right, and you need to just select thin line, okay, and just draw a rectangle. And if I draw this on this hatching and click here, okay, so you can see you can use this mask. So this option is for cut the cut your hatching. Okay, suppose if you don't want to show this border line, so select and go to edit and just convert all the lines in invisible option, invisible lines. Click here, okay, like that, right? So if you want to cut your hatching pattern, so you can use this option, right? Then similarly you can add the same thing here. So ground profile, all those things you need to add. Then after that, yes, I will just, yes, okay. Then after that I want to show some details here. So this detail is 1 to 50, okay, but I want to show the reinforcement for this footpath slab and for this 300 thick slab, but I don't want to show here because the scale is 1 to 15. If I add some reinforcement and if you take a print, it's not looks properly. So what I do, I will give the blown up detail with big scale. Okay, so this is 1 to 20, sorry 50, but I want to give the reinforcement detail 1 to 25 or 20. So how to, you need to give, go to the inside the view and click here view option, and you have option here call out. If you click on this, you can just click on this rectangle, right? So once you click, so you need to just give the view. So those part you want to show in blown up detail. Okay, so I want to show this slab and this slab up to here, and this is my detail mark, right? So I have add the detail here. Okay, so if I click on this detail and right click, and you have option here go to view, right? So you can see this is your view. So this is your view boundary. So if you click, so you can see this is your view. Then you can just rename this. So I will just give the name detail 1, right, and click here, okay. So you can see this is the detail 1. Okay, so in this detail I don't want to show any purlin. Column is okay because the anchor bolts just coming and we can get the idea, but this part I don't want to show. So I will hide this. So hide again this reference line. Here I want to show only reinforcement. So this is scale is 1 to 50. You can change this. So suppose I will set here 1 to 25, right? So this is, I want to show only concrete. So this steel I will convert into the gray line. So I will select this and then right click and click here override graphics in view and click here element, right, and click here halftone. Once you click halftone, so this element looks gray here. Okay, because I want to show only this part. So this is my grid, right? Then after that, this part I will show the break line, right? So if you go to here annotation and symbol, and then you need to search here break line. Okay, so we don't have any break line here. So you can insert, right? So go to insert and click here load family and go to back. So you have option here annotation. Just double click and you can see here you need to find out the break line. This is different. So these are all annotation family. No, not here in. So you need to just search Yeah, this is the tagging here. Civil, general, fire protection, structural. Let's check the break line. So these are 2D shape for structural. So you can see. Okay, so we need to search the break line. Where is the break line? Boundary condition, cable tray, casework, conduits. Okay, I will check here details. Detail item. In detail item, you need to go in general. So yes, so you can see we have break line here. So you need to just click open. So you have insert this break line. So you need to go again annotation and symbols. So you can see your break line will be, oops, where is that break line? Yeah, this is center line. Okay, I will check in annotation again and go to here detail group and no, annotation and component. Okay, go to annotation tab and component and detail component, right? So if you insert some family and not visible, so you should go annotation, then component and detail component. Okay, if I click here, so you can see my break line come here. Then you need to just add your break line. Okay, so you can see this is the break line. Okay, if you want to change the direction, so just select your break line and space the space bar. You can rotate your break line in 360-degree, and then you can just arrange your break line like that, right? Then if you want to change into the half tone, so you just select by element, click here and click here. Okay, so you can convert into the half tone. Then similarly I want to add the break line here also. So click, once you added, no need to insert again, just select and say create similar. Then you need to add here. So I have added this slab, so you can't see here, right? Then after that, when you add some reinforcement, right, so you don't show the hatching. The reason is if I add the reinforcement and take a print, so this hatching is also come here in PDF or in hard drawing. So your reinforcement details not getting the clear on the PDF or print. So you need to opt this hatch. So how to opt? Select this both the slab, right click and click here override graphics view. So I will go with that element. So if you want, if you have number of different number of slab, floor slab, so you can go with category in one click. So once if you go by category, so it select all category. If I select element, so it's select the particular two elements. So go to here override graphics view by element, right? So this is your cut. So you need to go here cut line, right? Sorry, in cut pattern we have cut this. Okay, so you need to go cut pattern and just untick this option. So here is visible is on, so you need to click here just untick this and click here apply and okay. So you can see we have hide your hatching. Then after that we need to draw the reinforcement. Okay, so I want to just give the reinforcement here. So my top bar is looks like U bar and the bottom bar is also look like and then donut. Then I will give the size and spacing. Okay, so we have just indicatively shown, not doing the detailing. Okay, so you need to just add the 2D lines. So you need to go again and click DL for detail line. So once you click, so you can see here there is no any reinforcement for a line here. So you can create. So go again manage, click here additional setting, click here line style and you can add the new here, click new and you can say here Rio means reinforcement, right? And click the lines subcategory. Okay, so here is the Rio and I will give the 5 thickness for the reinforcement and I will go with that color black. and solid. So because my line is solid, okay, and click here apply and okay. Then you need to give again DL command, DL, and you need to set your line type Revo, right? Then you need to give the offset. Suppose my reinforcement cover is 50 mm from the top of the concrete. So I have set here and I will use this line, because if I use this option pick line and if I add the pick line, so this whole line is up to the slab edge, they give the whole line. So instead of this pick line I will use this and you can draw this. So my reinforcement is start from this point to this point, then this point, so this point, and in this direction my reinforcement going continuous. You can see I have given the 5 thickness, right? Then after that I want to convert into the U bar. So click, right click, and say here create a similar. Once you click here, so you need to use this option fillet arc, right? And just select both the lines, this one and this one. So once you select, so this arc is come here, and then you can just click on. After that you need to add your radius. So suppose I will give the 15, okay, so 15 25 mm, so it looks like, okay, so this is your bend bar. Then after that you can copy this line by 25 mm, and similarly click, right click, create similar, this use this option fillet arc, and select both the lines and give the 25 thickness. You can see this is the bar here, right? And save. So this is my main reinforcement. Then you need to give the second reinforcement. So how to give? You need to create donut here. Okay, so click go again annotation category and region, right? Click here region and fill region. Okay, then you need to click here edit type, duplicate, and you can say here dot Rio. Okay, and click here OK. Then pattern, so you need to select the solid pattern. So you have option here solid fill. I will select this, click here OK, right, and click here OK. Then after that you need to use this option circle, right? And suppose I want to just give the 50 mm. You don't need to give actual diameter, just for indicatively. So I have given 15 radius and click here OK. So you can see the donut has been created here, dot bar, right? Then after that you can just rearrange it. So my donut first bar is just I want to just move up, it's needs to see the clear here. Then you can just copy and paste here above and just rearrange. So once you rearrange both the bar top and bottom, so select both the bar and you can copy. So you just give the CO command. So my bar spacing is 200, so I will copy from 200 from this point, right? So just click both and give the CO command. Then after that you need to give the base point here, right? So right click and you have option snap or right. So I will select center. So I will just select this base point as a center and right click again, then give again center, like that. Okay, so you can give again copy command, select copy, and I will give the base point here and just click here multiple. Okay, so you can just copy multiple at this location. So all bars are 200. Just finish, because we have given the break line here. Then after that, so suppose I have added the mesh here. Okay, so 100 thick is very less, so we can't. And I have just add here mesh. So mesh is ready-made mesh. You can say like that. So horizontal and vertical mesh is available in market. So you can just draw, just give the your size. So you can cut this mesh. So the nominal reinforcement is 10 mm dia or 12 mm dia. So you can add the mesh here, but we are representing in dotted line, dotted revo, right? So you need to go again manage and just click create a new layer, new line type, line style, and you have already Rio, so you can just copy, say new, and here you can give the name Rio hidden. So whenever you want to show the bottom bar or mesh, so you need to select the Rio hidden. Click here, then give almost give the same thickness for as per the Rio hidden. And in solid, you need to change this hidden. Okay, so I will just click 0.75 and apply. Okay, then you need to give the DL command and set your Rio hidden. So I will set here, and I will set here 50 because this mesh is exactly placed in the center or 50 mm from the top cover. And just you can add, oops, from this. Oops, so we need to give the 25 mm, like that. So 100 mm is thickness, and you can just give them 50 mm cover here up to here. Just you can just delete. Then similarly you can just give the 50 mm up from this edge and from this edge, like that. Okay, so you can see, so this thickness is very high, so you can change, go to the line style and click here line and Revo hidden. So I will just select 3 instead of 5 and apply and okay. So you can see it looks proper now, right? Then you can give the text here. So go to the annotation, click here text, and you can say here mesh. So which type of mesh you can say? Generally we have SL81 mesh, okay, or any which type of mesh. So you need to give here. So SL81 mesh top, right? Then this is your 3 mm, and just you need to add the arrow and just you need to indicate here. So you can see I have covered the annotation also. Then copy, right, and paste here this text, and you can see here, suppose this is N16 200 top and bottom. So I will represent this text here and just indicate on this arrow, right, and add one more, and I will just indicate for this longitudinal bar, and you can just like that. And then you can just give the DL command and set here thin line. Okay, so where is thin line, and just add a circle around this donut bar, like that. Yeah, so you can see I have given the reinforcement also here. Then if you close this, and you need to drag this on your drawing, so just simply drag and say here detail 1, right? So you can just add here. So you can see this is the 50 scale. If I draw this bar in this section, so it's not look properly, right? So you need to add here. So suppose this is my detail 3, so you can see detail, so detail 3 here. But yes, so what we'll do, this is section A, so I will give the if I select this view, so you can see detail number, so you can give the A for that, then B for that, then this is my detail 1, like that. Okay, so concrete reinforcement you can add like that, right? Then you can see this is the 1 on S03 drawing, so this is S03, so this is your detail one. Then after that, uh, okay, so we need to cover. So next drawing is your elevation. So in elevation, you need to add the louvers and doors opening. So how to create the elevations? Okay, so you need to go in your roof plan, and just you need to add the sections outside the building. So when you take elevation, so it should be outside the building. Okay, so go to inside the view and just click here on your section mark, and just add the arrow section here, and just cover only this part along grid 4 up to here, right? And if I go to view, say go to view, so this is your elevations. So just hide, you need to clean up this all those. So you need to just off your labels, then reference line you can just off like that, and then you need to turn your fine view and hidden lines, right? That's okay. So you can see this is your elevations, but in that case, due to this wall, we can't see our member, so you can just hide this elevation, right? So right click, hide in element, so you can see your doors and all the roller shutter you can clearly visible here, your ramp slab, this is your footpath, right? And then you need to change your scale, right? Like that, you need to clean up all those sections, then you need to just extend, right? Like that. So this is 1 is to 50. Then after that, you need to give the name here, and name you can give here elevation on grid 4, right? So this is your elevation on grid 4, right? Then you need to give the tagging here also. Each and every member tagging you need to add here. So we have already given, right? You need to just change the standard. Okay, so we have already assigned tagging. So you need to just click here, give the tg command, and just add your tagging each and every member. So you should cover all tagging on your elevation. So I will not given all, so it's a take a time. So just you need to give here for tagging column, then raptor, then this beam. Okay, and then you can just indicate here a door, then here roller shutter. Okay, you need to give the annotation here. Then after that, you need to give the set out distance from this grid to this door, right? So this door is 750, and door size 1 meter. Okay, and then door height 2.5 meter. Okay, so you can just place here, and then you need to give the tagging here also, here also, here also, here also. Then here, no need to give the slab thickness. We are showing the slab thickness only in plan, right? But you need to cover all those tagging. Then you need to indicate here gutter, and first of all, just convert all those things, side wall into the half tone. Okay, then you can visible your member, right? Like that. So once you need to create each and every grid. Okay, so this is your grid on 4. So again, you need to create on D. Okay, then go to again view. So this is, you need to just clean up, right? Hide your section mark, right? And just hide this profile side wall, and convert into 1 is to 50. Fine, then hidden lines. Okay, and then you need to just rearrange all the grids up. Then you need to cover all the tagging here also, tagging. You need to give the r1. Okay, so you just arrange your, then you can just add texting if you want to give some text here. So you can just go to annotate and click here text, and you can just write your text, right? And then you can just rename this and you can say elevation V80 elevation on grid D, right? So two elevation is done here. Go again, then create a similar. Then you need to add on grid elevation number A. Then you can just cover this elevation on grid A and say here go to view. Okay, just hide all levels, hide all sections, then convert into the fine, then hidden lines, right? Then you need to just hide by category. Then you need to hide this wall, and you need to set here 1 to 50, the same scale. And you can say here elevation on grid A, elevation on grid 1. Sorry, which one? Yeah, A, I think. And click here OK. Then if you go again, oops, so this is elevation on grid 1, and last is your elevation on grid A. So add the section from the outside of the building and just cover up to here. Main your column is coming up to here, right? And go to again view, then say you need to say here hide by category, hide by category, because we don't want to show any section. Then you need to change fine, then hidden lines of all your reference line, right? Change the scale, so you can see you need to hide this. So this is your elevation on, you can say elevation on grid 1, sorry, A. Okay, so these four elevation are done here. After that, you don't show this section mark on your plan, so just select all those section mark and hide by element, not category. If I go categories, all section will be hide, so I will go with element because I don't want to show any number here because I have given the title. Okay, so I will show you how to give title. Then you need to create a new sheet. Click here sheet, right click, new sheet, and click here OK. And you can just give the name here, and you can say elevations, wall elevations, right? So this is your wall elevation drawing S04. Then after that you need to simply drag this elevation. So you can see I have select, if I select, so you can see the viewport title with line, right? So you have option here. If you don't want to give no title with line, so you can use this option, title with no line, but you need to go title with line. And then you can say here this is your elevation. If you don't want to show this border line, so go to the view, inside the view, and just untick this option, crop region view, right? So you know you don't want to show. So this is your elevation on grid A. Then you need to give the elevation. So suppose you are drawing reading from this sequence, so we are read first elevation, then after that you need to give one in clockwise direction, right? So after that you need to give the elevation on 1. This is your elevation on 1. Then you can just rearrange this text and just you need to off this. So this is your elevation. Then after that go down elevation D and 4. So just drag elevation D. So both the longitudinal elevation are so if you want to align with this elevation, so just click and just drag. Okay, so just if you drag this, So yes, so you can see this green line. Where is my cursor? So if I drag this, so you can see, so it's perfectly aligned with upper element. So you can, if I see the, oops, no, oops, the grid is not, I think, equal. Okay, and just rearrange this text, right? And if you drag this, so you can see the green line comes from this one. Okay, so you can see this one. So it gets the right locations. Just align this text so it looks good. So this text just below here, right? Then similarly you can add the elevation on grid 4. So if I my cursor, move my cursor, so you can see horizontal as well as vertical lines is come for your lock your view. Okay, so if I drag this and just move here, so you can see vertical and horizontal dotted line comes. So once you, okay, so just click, and then you can just off this, right? So you can see all those elevations we have added here. Oops. So if you select all four, and then you can just rearrange by using the arrow, right? Like that. So in that case, you need to add the door set out distance. So you need to give the dimension here. Suppose we have added the lowers here. So you need to give the lowers also. Okay. So what I do, I will just add the lowers here. So if you want to add the lowers, you should go in window category. So we don't have any lower family. So you need to go insert and click here load family. So where you get the lowers, so you need to go to the window family. Okay, window folder, right? Then you need to search here lowers. Fix. Yes, yes, you have lowers category family. Okay, and just click here open, right? And then you need to click here architectural and click here window. Then you can see the lowers we have added, right? So suppose I will just add the lowers here, right? But we are not visible this lower. So go to the VV and go to the window category and just on this. Click apply and OK. So you can see the lowers has been added here. If you want to set, you need to go to the elevation. So I have added the in plan. Sorry, in 3D model, but you can see in section also added. So you can just rearrange here. Okay, suppose I want to add here, right? And the lower, it's a standard size. So if you see 610 by 610, so 610 is standard size. Width, if you want to change the width, so you can change the width. So go to here. So you have option width, right? 610, but depth is same. So they have set as a standard height. Okay, and then suppose I want to change the width 1.5 meter, right? And click here apply and OK. So you can see I have changed the width. Then you can just rearrange here, right? And then after that you need to give the set out dimension. So I want to give the set out dimension from this point to this point, from this. Okay, so my distance is from this point. If I give the di command, yeah, this point to this is 1500. So actually if I go to here, yes, so you can see the border just line in between this frame. So this is your actual dimension, this is your border, or what we'll say frame. Okay, so what I do, I will just click here so you can see, right? So actual opening is our from this point to this point, like that. Then after that you need to do the set out distance from the grid. You have already dimension here, then click here edit. So you can just continue the same dimension. So this is the odd dimension, so you can give the round figure. So select this and just add here 1200 like that. Okay, so you can add here. Then if you want to add, go down, then you can just give the depth here also, from this point to this point. So this is the 610, right? And then convert into the again just hidden line. So you can't see this line, but this is your set out point. Then similarly you can just add, just copy, and we have already reference point, base point, so you can add with the grid, right? So you can add this. Then similarly you can add at the opposite end. So I have select this, and just I will just go to the section and just mirror at the opposite end. If you look at in 3D view, you can see opposite side we have added here, right? So you can add, suppose you want to some add some ventilation here, so you can go here, window, and load family. You need to go with the load family. So you can see here the different types of architectural equipment here. So you can see here skylight round. Sometimes we are showing this over the industrial building, so you can use this sky top. So you can search from here and you can just add. Suppose I want to add here the skylight, so you can just add. Then you can just add here also, then add. So you need to go in a plan and just set proper location. Okay, so you can see here, so we are not visible this. Okay, so I will just check here with fine and wireframe. Okay, so you need to go in hidden lines and go to your view range. Okay, and then I will give increase this. So let's see, it's visible. Yeah, not visible. So you just go again 600. Okay, so we need to check first in our visibility graphics. So yeah, window is on. So what I do, I will just on all those option and click here apply. Okay, so you can see, right, this skylight you can't give proper as it is. So you need to just fix the location in between two purlin for holding this, right? So you need to just proper give the dimension, sorry, in support to support. So you need to give again extra horizon in this direction. So you need to add the purlin in this direction for resting this card. So if you look at in 3D view, so you can see. So it's as per your requirement, which whatever you want to show. So you have options. So just go to the inside load family and you can add. Okay, so this is your 4 drawing. Then after that, suppose I want to add the elevation. So yeah, so elevation is done. So you need to just give the set out distance. First of all, you need to add all tagging, then set out for each and every opening. Okay, by using the dimension command, by using the text command, by using this elevation. So in elevation you can give the here, right? So top of steel and top of slab. So so you need to go here annotation, click here spot elevation. Then you can just add here top of C means TOC means your top of concrete. Then if you want to add TOS, so yes, so you can't see add the here, so you can show here TOS. Okay, so at this point, so you can go here spot elevation. uh, so you need to go in, click inside the view. You can see, you can just give the top of steel. Okay, if you want use the for steel, so you can use the top of steel. We have already create here top of TOS like that. Okay, so you need to cover all those annotation element here. right? Then after that, suppose I want to create a detail view, means, okay, I will show you in sections. Okay, so you need to give each and every connection detail, right? So just suppose I want to construct this building, right? So I will just add the section box. So which connection we need to add here? Okay, so just start from the ground. So yes, the floor is done. After that, what we'll need to do, we need to give the our column. Okay, so first connection here, base plate connection, right? After that, you need to give the beam to column connection, right? Then after that, purlin, sorry, raptor to column connection. Okay, so you should give all the connections. So how to give? You need to go here. So you can see first connection. So if you are not able to give the connection from here, because this section is concrete section, okay, both the section, but if you go here in elevation, you can mark here, right, from here. So first connection is your what we'll say base plate connection. So we have two types of column. This is C1, okay, and this is C2. So you need to cover the both the connection here. So how to connect or how to create? You need to go here annotate, and you have, okay, you need to go view, and previously we saw, so you need to click and just click here rectangle, okay, and you need to add here like that, okay. And if you go to, sorry, okay, so, and if you go to view, it looks like, so your connection should be 1 to 10. So change the scale, and you need to hide this wall. So where is my column? So I will just hide this purlin, so no need to give, because I want to show only this connection. Okay, so you can hide, don't delete. If you don't delete this, so this element is going through the your 3D modeling, so don't delete, so you can just hide by element. Okay, so I will just add here 41 above, yeah. So this is your column, and what is this? So this is your 300 thick slab, and this is your footpath slab. So what I do, I will just hide this footpath, okay? And I want to show only 300 thick slab. Okay, so I want to give the details this one. The same thing, this part I don't want to show the, because this is the concrete part. Okay, I want to show only steel connection here. So if I go here, so you can see, so you need to give the solid hatch. Okay, select override by elements, then you need to go cut pattern, you need to select your color. So this one is gray color, and click here OK, and you need to select the material, so solid fill, apply, and OK. Even not able to see, fine, and hidden. So my element, oh, so it's not cut properly, that's the reason they are not showing the hatch. Because what happened, we have given the this detail here. In that case, our footpath is cut, but this slab is not cut. Our slab section is just behind this slab, that's the reason. Okay, so no need to, if your section structural member is not cut, so no need to show the hatching. Okay, so this is your detail. So detail one we have already created. So suppose this is my detail 2 for the steel connection. Click here OK. Then you need to drag on your sheet. So I will create a new sheet for the connection. Rename, give here connection details. Oops, I have given the name here. You can give here connection details. Okay. and just you need to go your detail. Where is your detail? Detail number 2, right? And then you need to just drag like that. Okay, then you have already add the break line in detail 1. Go to detail 1 and just copy this break line. So control C. Okay, you need to press the control C and control V. Okay, and then you need to add your break line like that. Then right click, create similar. You need to add here also, right? Once you added, you can just mirror the end. Okay, so you need to give the details for that. Okay, so first of all, we have added the detail 1. So yeah, detail 2. Then you need to cut one more section. Then you can give the um, base plate connection. Okay, so just go inside the view. Oops, and add the section, but we have opt all the section from this view. So just click unhide by category, right? Then you need to rotate this section by 90 degree, right? And just add this section here. Okay, and your range, it should be from this point to this point. Okay, and go to view. So you can see, so if I click the near section, yes, yeah, so this is your column, right? And then you need to just rearrange. So your scale should be 1 to 10. All the connection, it should be 1 to 10, right? Then minimize this, right? Like that. Okay, so this is your sections. So this is your slab. We don't want to show the hatch. So untick this option. Okay. Yes. Okay. Yeah. And just change this fine and hidden line. Then this is the side purlin. Don't need to show. Then you need to hide this. Okay. And this is your grout. We have already shown here. Then after that, you need to decide the bolt connection, right? Suppose I want to use the 20 number of bolt. So you need to go again, insert, load family, and you have one option, detail items, detail item. You can see here. Then if you go to the metal category, then you may go again metal fastening, and you have family for the bolt in elevation as well as in top view nut. Okay, and then I will click here open. Then similarly you need to go annotate component, detail component. So you can see your bolt has been added here, right? So if I select this and click here, so these are the different diameter. Suppose I want to convert it to the 20, so just click here, so diameter is automatically change here. Okay, then you need to give the your location. So suppose, what is this distance? 277. Okay, so my just consider 100 mm center to center distance. Okay, so I will give the DL command and add here 50 from the center of this column. So first and second. Okay, then similarly this distance is also 50. Right click, select, and just add here 50 from the center of the column, like that. So 50 is very less. So what I do, I will just click here 80. So as per your design, whatever you have given the center to center distance, you need to fix here. So I will just give 25 mm, and here also 25 mm. So when you design this analysis, this connection, so in StatPro or any software design, so you will get the diameter of the bolt. So on the basis of bolt you can fix this design, sorry, these distances. Then I will just move and just fix here your bolt. This is 3D, not 3D element, this is only 2D, right? So if you add here in this view, so you can visible in this view only. Okay, like that. Then you can just copy and paste, right? And then select and mirror, right, like that. Then in this lines also you need to mirror. Okay, and then after that you need to give the details. So this is your base plate, start from this point to this point to this point, like that. So 120, or what is the base plate dimension? So initially, yeah, it's the 375, that's the reason it's come in. So you can just click on this and just add the equal here, and just add the equal. So if you are getting odd dimensions, so just give the center dimension and equal, so they can understand 375 total minus 150 and then divide by 2. Then similarly this dimension you can add from this edge of the base plate, center of the bolt, edge of base plate. Oops, I have choose the right point, so just drag this and just give here. So you can say here 90/90, or if you want to make a consistency, so you can just add equal, click and click and equal. Okay, then you can give the full dimension for the base plate. Okay, it's 340. So this is your view. Then after that, you need to just add the text, and just suppose this is 60 thick base plate, right? And just add the arrow and click here. Okay, so these are all steel connections. So you need to select both the any concrete element and convert into the half tone. So I will just convert this grout half tone, like that. And then after that, okay, so I want to move this grid in this direction. So just select and just click this box and remove from this. So you can swipe the text. So I want to show this D above instead of below. So you can, right, like that. Then you can just rearrange this. Okay, so this is your base plate details. Then add here, and you can say just yes. So this is your grout. So tagging on the indication on your grout, and just add here 25 thick non shrink grout. You can give the details, right? Then after that, bold detail I want to show. So I will copy this text and show here, and you can say here 4M20, sorry, 4-M20 grade, you can give 8.8-S, and you can say bold, right? So you need to cover all the annotation. Then if you which detail if you want to add here again, so you can add, right? So this is your section. So suppose which section is the next section. So we have used section A, section B. So this is my section C, or you can just continue section A for steel, and from A, and section A to B, A, B, C from section, and for the steel and concrete. Okay, if you want to continue, so you can go the next number. So this is my section C. Okay, so you can see this is detail, and just you need to, sorry, you need to place inside the sheet. So just drag, right, like that. and then you need to just rearrange. So this is your section C, right? So you need to change here section C. So this change, this is your detail 2. So this is detail 2, right? So you can see this is section C. Then after that, in elevation also you need to give the location, bolt, how it looks. Okay, then you need to go insert, then load family, and you have bolt in elevation. So you can see here, right? If I click open and annotation component and detail component, so you can see this bolt is added here. So you need to rotate this in 90 degree. Okay, and just select. So you can see, suppose this bolt is my 20 mm diameter, so you need to change this. So it's change, you can just increase the height. So this section, so 150 means 75 from the center, right? So you need to just move and just place exact at the center and move 75 mm, then mirror, like that. Then you can give the details. So what you want to show, you need to give the your tagging. So your tag will be here, right? So just move here. So you need to give the details. So bold detail you have already given, so you need to just given the slab thickness, right? So you just click di. So this is 300, give the tag, then toc. Okay, so you need to give the toc here. What is the toc? Okay, and just of this. Okay, so you need to create the details as per that. Okay, in next session we will see how to create the different connections. But you need to just create a view, blown up detail, and after that you need to add the 2D. Okay, so any question, any doubt?
सर
Yes.
सर अगर जैसे कोई स्ट्रक्चर ड्राइंग बनानी है 2D में या फिर कोई प्लान बनाना है 2D
हम्म,
में, तो सर उस केस में सर ऑटो कैड और सर रेविट में क्या, दोनों में से क्या सही रहेगा सर हम लोगों के लिए?
एक तो पहले आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है, आपको 3D चाहिए? अगर 3D जरूरी नहीं है तो आप 2D में भी बना सकते हैं। आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है? अगर क्लाइंट की रिक्वायरमेंट है कि नहीं मुझे 3D भी चाहिए, सो आप 3D पे जाओ। अगर नहीं चाहिए, उसको खाली 2D पे चाहिए, तो काय को हम ज्यादा टाइम 3D पे वेस्ट करने का, कि उसको जैसा चाहिए वो वैसा 2D में कर सकते हैं। तो
सर
एज
2D तो सर इसमें रेविट में भी है ना, तो वही चीज मैं पूछा था कि जैसे अगर सिंपल 2D में बनाना है तो वो रेविट में भी तो बना सकते हैं ना, तो ऑटो कैड और दोनों में है, तो उस केस में पूछा था मैं कि
नहीं, ये 2D नहीं है, ये जो आइटम है ये 3D आइटम है आपका। आपने जो मॉडल किया है ना, ये 3D है, लेकिन ये जो बोल्ट वगैरह है ना, ये 2D है हमारा। आया कि ध्यान में आपको? ये अगर मैं सिलेक्ट करता हूँ तो ये देखो, ये मेरा 3D मॉडल, 3D एलिमेंट है, ये 2D नहीं है। ये कॉलम यहाँ पे अगर सिलेक्ट किया तो यहाँ पे भी दिखाता है वो। अगर मैं टैब दिखाया तो सब जगह पे, जहां जहां पे मैंने कॉलम डाला है वहां पे हाईलाइट होगा, ये देखो। सो ये मैंने ब्लोन अप ये एरिया का लिया है, ठीक है? जो मैंने प्लान सेट किया था ना, तो ये कॉलम है मेरा। ये अगर मैं सिलेक्ट करता हूँ तो ये देखो, ये मेरे डिटेल में भी रिफ्लेक्ट होगा वो। ये 2D नहीं है, ये 3D प्लस 2D है। ये देखो यहाँ पे, ये 3D एलिमेंट है। 2D इसमें क्या है कि ये बोल्ट है, ये लाइंस वगैरह है, ये 2D है। ये पूरा 2D नहीं है, ये 3D है। क्योंकि क्या है, मैं जब ब्लोन अप डिटेल लिया, वो मेरे एलिवेशन पे लिया मैंने, यहाँ पे ये कॉलम पे, तो ये मेरा एक्चुअल 3D एलिमेंट है। ये देखो यहाँ पे, ठीक है? हेलो?
यस सर।
अगर आपको खाली 2D बनाना ही 3D बनाना ही नहीं है तो आप ऑटोकैड में भी यूज कर सकते हैं। उसके लिए क्या, फिर आपको खाली प्लान डालना है, आई सेक्शन डालना है, इसका जो प्लान बनाना है, ये जो भी प्लान है, फिर सेक्शन बनाना है, ये आपको पता है कौन सा सेक्शन है, उसके हिसाब से आप 2D लाइन मार सकते हैं। लेकिन आपको अगर जरूरी है कि आपको 3D बनाना है, क्योंकि ये मॉडल अदर डिसिप्लिन भी एक्सेप्ट करेंगे उनके ड्राइंग में, तो आपको 3D बनाना पड़ेगा। सो इट्स डिपेंड ऑन क्लाइंट रिक्वायरमेंट, उस पे उसको क्या चाहिए। आपको अगर प्लान सेक्शन देना है और वो जो काम है वो आपके स्ट्रक्चर रिलेटेड ही है, वो बाहर कोई उसको इंटरडिसिप्लिन कोई यूज नहीं करेगा, तो आप 2D में जा सकते हैं। लेकिन अगर आपका मॉडल अगर अदर डिसिप्लिन भी कर रहा है और क्लाइंट की रिक्वायरमेंट है ये 3D चाहिए मुझे, तो आपको 3D ही करना है। ठीक है,
ओके सर।
ओके। सागर मखदूम, आई थिंक ही जॉइन फर्स्ट टाइम, राइट सागर?
सर।
हेलो।
यस सर। हाँ यस सर, फर्स्ट टाइम ज्वाइन।
ओके, okay, so see you on next session. So tomorrow I think no session, right?
यस सर।
Okay, so on Wednesday, I think. Okay, so Pragya will confirm with the next session there. Okay, thank you. Good night.
थैंक यू
Thank
सर।
you, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night.